does the United States think Connor from Nebraska is gonna beat a like this? The tragic reality for women in the North Korean army. Honestly, don't think Kim's loyal to his wife like at all. Y'all think Kim is loyal to his wife in any way? Have y'all seen Kim's wife? Bro, this man definitely got like 50 side bitches. I wouldn't be surprised if he takes some girls from the military or army or some shit and does something like that. Honestly, this would just be the cruel life of being in the North Korean army, but let's go ahead and see it.
Female conscription and the hidden truth of being a woman in the North Korean military. To this day, North Korea largely remains
God damn, they're strong as hell. They doing pull-ups every damn.
An enigma to the outside world. Most of what we know of its country, culture, and authoritarian regime is delivered on the lips of those who have escaped, often going through harrowing trials to do so. One of the stories they tell us is of
It's crazy how right now, what if Kim just has somebody plotting to like get him out of here? How world shocking would it be if like somebody in Kim's cabinet just is like close to him, it's just like, fuck it, I'm getting him out of here. That would be shocking to the world. I guarantee there's probably somebody there plotting like that.
Their life serving in the North Korean military, something every man and woman must do for a set number of years, as dictated by Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un.
I wonder if Kim's daughter gonna take his place and be better leader than him. Honestly, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised because he revealed his daughter like 2 years ago or something. I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if he's training her to be exactly like him. These type of countries, it's always like that. Like he's acting just like his dad.
Conscription became mandatory for young, educated women in 2015. Reportedly, from 2021, it was changed from 7 years to 5 years of service. It's estimated that about 40%
Okay, well, I mean, you know, progress. Some progress.
of women aged 18 to 25 are in the army. According to an anonymous North Korean source, the reason for this change was the high child mortality rates and low birth rates in the country, blaming the North Korean famine of 1994 to 98 for the lack of available conscripts. The source claimed the inclusion of
Yeah, the birth rate in North Korea is just gonna keep declining. I don't know what they're actually about to fucking do about that. I genuinely don't know what Kim's plan is. When you starve your whole citizens, they don't want to have kids. What if someone in the army just decided to shoot Kim? I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. I don't know, bro.
women
Somebody's
was
probably
to try
planning
to
it.
boost the subsequent military shortfall. Once chosen, as with most armed forces, women conscripts have to pass a series of physical tests and medical exams. One of the main priorities is to test for potentially contagious diseases like
Shit, send me there and I'll put
tuberculosis
it
or
right back up.
hepatitis. Since 2012, another requirement is that women must also be above 1.42 meters or 4.6 feet, although that's not strictly
Okay, if you're shorter than that, I don't know any woman shorter than 4.6 feet. Aren't you just classified as a midget
enforced.
at that point?
Not much is known about who may be exempt from this military service. However, it's speculated exceptionally gifted students may be able to avoid conscription.
Okay.
But even before
Hey guys, Tom NFG here. Did you know only half of you guys are subscribed and even less of you guys have noties on? I hate to be a burden, but you know, I really appreciate it if you hit that sub button and the little bell next to it, you know? It doesn't take long. I know you can get mixed up in the algorithm and everything. But yeah, also tune into the streams, you know? We have a lot of fun over there, I'm telling you. We have a lot of parties going on over there. Yeah, that's it, bye. Damn.
2015, a number of women still
Fuck, I'm 4'3",
voluntarily
I'm
signed up to the
4'11".
military for one specific purpose: to obtain membership into the Korean Workers' Party. Once your application was accepted, a world of new opportunities became available. Outside the military, being
I wonder how it is for like a regular North Korean citizen to try to like get in the government. That shit gotta be impossible. There's no way. Probably happened, but like where do you even start? You're sitting there in you're probably a shitty ass house or apartment. It's barely built, just starving. You gotta build your way up.
member guarantees security and success in North Korea. Within the military, you
5'10",
received
I'm
privileges
5'5",
like
bro. You are not
increased
5'5".
rations, better jobs, and higher salaries. Big draws, especially when the food rations were meager offerings of a bowl of rice and cabbage soup with some salted radish. Nowhere near enough for people who
That
engage
shit looks so disgusting, bro.
in strenuous physical activity daily, often in the frigid conditions of Pyongyang. A typical day in the North Korean army is similar for men and women. Both are expected to do hard, free labor alongside their set military training, like farming and construction projects. Videos exposing the truth of military service have shown women clearing farmland and carrying heavy bundles of firewood, or
Crazy.
even rocks on their back, the same as the men alongside them.
That's why I say no matter what, bro. I love complaints about the United States of America, but goddamn it, bro. Thank God I'm not fucking born in North Korea. Crazy, you're literally just born just thinking like, damn, this is how life is for everybody. You just sit here and work for other people.
As if that wasn't exhausting enough, women have additional duties men weren't prevailed upon to complete, as a woman's place is allegedly in the kitchen, literally being referred to as tukong unjeongsu.
Shit, I would say that's a better place than sitting there and doing the fucking labor. I will just sit there happily and put on that apron, chefing up like there's no tomorrow.
Or cooking pot lid drivers. Typical household chores also fall to the females of the North Korean army. While the men are elsewhere, women cook and clean for their fellow soldiers before retiring to study or rest in a room crammed with 24 other women.
Damn.
Each soldier received a bunk and a small set of drawers. Atop it, each should have two pictures, Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il, although that may have now been updated to include the current leader, Kim Jong-un. These cramped conditions didn't help hygiene levels, and sleeping on a mattress made of rice hull meant sweat often.
Ew, bruh. That's what they sleep on? They ain't never heard of Tempur-Pedic? I'd rather you use an inflatable fucking mattress. I'd rather sleep on just the floor, just grass.
Soaked into the bedding. Adding to this discomfort, women had to contend with the lack of basic facilities in general, including minimal electricity and insufficient access to menstruation products.
I was about to say, that's got to be the worst, bro. Especially if you're on your period or something. How does that work? They probably just give them like a couple light pieces of toilet paper and call it a day.
In 2015, they often had to use makeshift sanitary towels fashioned from
Yeah, literally. Okay, I literally just said it. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
bandages. But with inadequate nutrition and the stress of military life, many women stopped menstruating altogether. Hygiene outside of the barracks
This nigga Kim works them so hard that their body's biological functions don't work anymore because he worked them so hard. That is evil work.
was no better, with showers consisting of cold water from hoses,
They probably don't
sometimes
even
even
got toilet
with
paper.
frogs or snakes coming through. This vulnerability is only exemplified by the
But why do they look so energized in like the army videos? Have y'all ever seen one of the army videos?
How
they be doing all this shit with, like-
like
Bro, they doing all this, bro, while having a bowl of celery soup every night. Imagine they had regular food. These niggas would be unstoppable. Does the United States think 19-year-old Connor from Nebraska that's drafted is gonna beat a nigga like this? We gotta draft, bro. We gotta fight North Korea. Niggas is cooked. We are fucking cooked, bro. Nobody is going against this. This dude is going 1v1,000. They doing all this just to get gunned down by Amazon drones? Oh yeah, actually, yeah. The only way we would win, bro, those jets and the technology. That's the only way.
general treatment of women by superiors
How
across
they
the
do this
North
off
Korean
slop?
military.
I don't know.
Horrific stories.
It's gotta
from
be in their genes or
defectors
something.
Have emerged, including brutal tales of physical and sexual assault and harassment,
Wow.
from which they have no legal recourse.
Of course they
Poorer
don't.
women, who are often sent to work on construction brigades, are especially vulnerable to attack, as protection in these environments is even slimmer. Even if they had a recourse, most women would never report their abusers, as the risk of retaliation is simply too great. Female defectors tell stories of commanders holding women soldiers for hours after dismissal, or of a major general forcing them to undergo faux examinations under the guise of checking for malnutrition. To expose these predators for who they really are
Crazy.
would risk a female soldier's reputation and could result in them being barred from joining the Korean Workers' Party. If that were to happen, they'd become stigmatized, and it would follow the victim around for the rest of their life. As a result, women blackmailed into silence are often forced to endure horrific acts of violence against them with no power to prevent it. And if these unions were unlucky enough to result in a pregnancy, female soldiers were apparently to blame and had to take care of the problem quickly
Wait, how are they taking care of a kid without any like milk or like how does that happen?
and often painfully. Putting their own lives at risk, they do what they can to make sure no baby is carried to term. Otherwise, if they were discovered, particularly if it
Oh, they gotta like get underground like pills or something. Yikes, that's sad.
involved a high-up perpetrator, the military would take over the handling of the pregnancy. This led to forced, traumatizing abortions, where women would undergo the process without any access to anesthesia. Those that escaped this abuse may still not have escaped the cruel and grueling punishments. Just one person had to make a mistake for all to be punished. One defector, Jennifer Kim, talks of punishments that last all day and being forced to stand outside in the cold in her underwear or run 100 laps in full uniform. One of the most horrific she tells of, however, is when women soldiers had their hands plunged into icy water before being placed immediately on frigid cold iron bars. The freezing conditions meant their hands immediately froze to the bar, ripping off a layer of skin when removed. The horrible truth, though...
Bro, it's like they don't want their fucking army soldiers and shit to work for them. Who do they want them to work for, bro? When you torture them like this, what is about to happen when you have a war? All your soldiers about to be weak as hell.
Is that the army still might be preferable to some women than another option for young Koreans, Kim Jong-un's Pleasure
I keep them banned.
Squad. The Pleasure Squad was an entity that began long before Kim
Pleasure
Jong-un's
Squad?
reign, according to defectors, first popularized by his grandfather, Kim Il-sung. Although disbanded after Kim Jong-il's death in 2011, Kim Jong-un reportedly decided to re-establish Pleasure Squads in 2015. But what are Pleasure Squads? Pleasure Squads, or Kipchumjo, are pretty much exactly as they sound.
Yep, I knew it, bro. They gotta pipe Kim. Now that's ridiculous, bro. Getting back shots from Kim Jong-un. Poor ladies, bro.
Harems of women used as puppets to demonstrate Kim Jong-un's supposed sexual prowess. These squads reportedly contain up to 2,000 women who are split into 3 groups. The first group were the Satisfaction Team for him and his top generals. The second, known as the Happiness Team, who provided massages and relaxation.
What the fuck?
And the final team, who were responsible for singing and dancing. Once Kim Jong-il inherited his position, a height measure was also introduced, given the supreme leader's own short stature, as none could or should tower over him.
No, bro, that's embarrassing. I'm not... They had to measure out the girls so they couldn't be bigger than him. Dude, at that point, man, you just gotta be a short king and own that shit. Bro, you're a fucking dictator at the end of the day, bro. It don't matter. They're not even gonna say nothing against you.
Squad girls needed to be under 165 centimeters tall. After their recruitment, the girls would be kept in the leader's mansion and brought out to entertain high-ranking officials with parties loaded on booze and sexual activity. These girls could remain in the Pleasure Squad service for up to 10 years before being released into a marriage with a North Korean military officer.
They gotta make it how they got to, bro. That's the least of their worries. They don't even care if they don't like the dude. They will act like that. I gotta respect that, cause shit, you gotta make it out no matter what way you got to.
When he came to power, he disbanded the Pleasure Squad, as he apparently didn't trust any of the women who had been close to his father, or indeed anyone in his administration. Each was given a large sum, in North Korea, of $4,000 in hush money and various household appliances.
At least they would have food on the table.
There was no Pleasure Squad. That is, until 2015, when it was reported he had restarted the tradition. Kim Jong-un continues
this man Kim might actually be a gooner. He had to bring that shit back, bro. How much of their tax money are they using for that? Probably at least like 50% or something. Kim don't care.
Exploit women across North Korea in every facet of daily and military life. Though the women in uniform have proven to be strong and capable, they endure daily atrocities that no one should have to endure. Here at Simple History, we've been creating videos for over 10 years.
Oh, damn, that's it? A W video, man. Ew. Why the f does Trump look like that? Oh my god, bro. W video, man. Yeah, be thankful where you live. At least you don't live in North Korea, no matter where you live, to be honest. That's a bad assessment, because maybe you live in another bad country. If you're watching on the 2, make sure to join the Discord and watch the streams.
Subscribe to Tommy NFG.